Hi, everybody. Welcome to our first episode of this brand new series that I am doing with some of my favorite people for Truth Talks, talking all about what are people shedding and what are they bringing in for the new year, just so we all feel a little less alone. And even the people that you look up to and admire so much in the work that they do and online, or you've read their book. So I have your book here. I'm like, I had it here
Hmm.
last time.
Hmm.
But yeah, we're re-recording because the sound was messy and it did not work. So we're re-recording today. But I am so excited to be here with my dear friend Todd. Hi, Todd.
Hello. I'm excited to be here with you, my dear friend Nitika.
I know. Well, thank you for doing this twice because, as I
I'll
mentioned,
do it 3 times. Bring it on.
let's please not have to do it three times. But
Yeah,
I really
sure.
appreciate that you were so willing to be like, yeah, let's just do it again.
Of course.
Yeah. So tell me, Toddy, which is what I call you,
Mm,
um, what is on your mind right now in terms of what you're shedding for 2025? Let's just jump right in.
sure. What am I shedding? Um, I just think of like dead skin cells. I'm like, yuck.
I mean, I have psoriasis, so I appreciate that, but yeah.
But so shedding emotionally.
Yeah.
What am I shedding? Well, it will be an ongoing process of shedding,
Yeah.
probably beyond 26, or maybe not. Let's manifest. I will
Okay.
shed it December 31st. Are there 31 days in December?
I think
I
so.
can never remember this.
I know I
Okay.
can't, but I
And
think
then
so.
on January 1st, I will be completely anew. And that is, I think too much. I overanalyze everything,
Yeah.
and I stay stuck in my head.
Hmm.
And because of that, I'm not at times fully myself, because that's not who I am, I mean, that's not who any of us are. We're not the analysis or the lived experience, the emotional experience, the affect. And as I've become single and dating, that strategy is not effective. Shocker. Um, so I really want to make sure that I'm thinking about not thinking. Yeah, letting go of that. Because really, what all of that comes down to is fear, and protection and defense. And in that defended place, I really just put up barriers for myself, especially when it comes to connecting. Um, so, no more thinking. I'm done.
Thinking was so 2025.
Yeah, it's so over.
Oh my God, I love that. Well, I appreciate your honesty always. If you aren't already following Todd Substack, you'll see that you share something every single day and you will literally like pour your truth out in every single post. And so I'll definitely link that and link Todd's book below as well, for you all to check
Thanks.
out. But yeah, I really appreciate what you're saying. I think we are similar. We're similar in so many ways, which I find really fascinating because I feel like we could not present more differently
Mhm.
in terms of so many things. But we're similar in that way. Like I think I'm always looking for like, well, who's the right therapist for this? Or like, should I do EMDR? Should I do nervous system? Or should I do this? Or should I do that? Like, reading so many books and doing so many things, just trying to like figure it out and solve it. And I feel like my body has been telling me lately, like this is just not going to work. Like you can't keep doing this. You need to chill the f out. So yeah, I really get that. I really get that. Do you feel like it provides you with something, like the thinking a lot, or like that you think it provides you with something?
Yeah, I mean, I think in part it's helpful. I mean, it's not to tell anyone don't think. I mean, definitely do the work and read a
Yeah.
book. But then I think when it become, but for me, it's just become my baseline. It's just become
Mhm.
the way that I approach absolutely everything. And things like love or dating doesn't really, you can't really approach it like that.
Mhm.
So I've already forgotten what you just asked me,
No, but like I'm
but
saying, like, do you think it provides anything? Like, do you think it
oh,
like gives you anything to like be thinking so much about stuff?
yeah, it's protection. It's a defended state. When there is no balance, when the um, what's the thing called? The scale. That's what it's called. See, I'm already not thinking. When a scale, there's imbalance in that scale, and it veers over more towards thinking. It's
Hmm.
anxiety, it's
Yeah.
hypervigilance, and that's a defense.
Hmm.
It's an attempt to try to control, to try to um, really create safety, but it's not doing that when it
Yeah.
comes to dating or love for me. So, gotta stop.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that because I think that is the like lie that I've been telling myself sometimes too of just like, oh, if I just try to solve this, like I'm going through so many things now that I'm definitely noticing my need to grasp so tightly and figure things out. And I feel better when I end up realizing that I need to let it go and need to like relax into things, but it takes me so long to get there. It takes me sometimes months to be like, oh, I should just chill out or I should just let this go or not like overthink it so much. So I think that's
Isn't
really
it
helpful.
crazy?
I know, it's so
That
weird.
like, we have to think, we have to reflect, etc. But if we do it too much, it really starts to hurt. Like it really doesn't feel good,
Yeah,
which we think we're doing in service of feeling better, but it actually ends up starting to hurt.
big time. And I think when you use that word control, like that's what came up for me. I was just like, oh my God, it's true. I get into such a control spiral and a control
Yeah.
loop. It's so painful. So, okay, December 31st, no more no more overthinking.
No
It's
more thinking.
so 2025, never happening again.
Yeah.
And then and let me just say, we're saying it that way because, I think when we first recorded this, we were talking about how this stuff is an evolution. It's not really meant to be like,
Mhm.
oh, there's like this is never going to come up for us again, right? Do you want to speak to that a little bit?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think the way things are sold is so like is selling everything for optimization. Like these are the 5 steps. This is what I'm going to let go of, and this is what I'm going to call into. And symbolically, I think that's helpful. But as much as I wish it was that simple, sometimes it's not. Most times it's not. And these are things that we will sometimes be dealing with for the rest of our lives. Maybe not at the same intensity. It may vary. It may go away for 5 years and come back later. But we have to think about these things as just ongoing, so we can give ourselves permission to fuck up, forget, miss the mark, without then condemning ourselves to some shameful, contemptuous place.
Mhm.
Um, so, yeah, evolution, growth, it's
Yeah.
ongoing.
Ongoing and not linear for sure.
Yeah.
And we hear that a lot. Growth is not linear, whatever, but it's like in practice, it feels very different. So I think it's important to say that. Okay, and then I want to know what you want to call in for 2026. So what's on your heart to bring
I'm
forward?
calling in a husband.
Oh, exciting.
Well, yes, that's not what I'm joking. Not joking, but what am I calling in? Leading with my heart more, which is such a cliche thing to say, but honestly, I almost wish we could just go back to, or bring back, in part, that kind of romantic idea of, of feeling rather than this like clinicalized version of life.
Mm.
Of all the red flags, of the love bombing, of the relationship rules about healthy and, it's just like, it's too much. Um, so it might sound cliche, but I need to start leading with my heart more. And by that, I mean my feeling, my internal world, my truth, my vulnerability. Um, because, like I was saying, my thinking, analyzing self is not me. It's not me. I mean, it's part of me, it's a skill, but it's not who I am at my core. So I want to lead more with my heart or my core self, and reveal more of that to others, whether that's on dates or with my friends or with a random person on the street that I just glance at and give a smirk to. I really want to lead with more of the warmth that I actually do identify as myself, because again, the analysis and all of that's helpful to a point. It helps my clients, it helps me at work, but um, relationally, it's not it. So yeah. So warmth, vulnerability, heart, soul, spirit,
Well,
all
you know,
that.
I'm over here like, yes, more warmth, more
Yeah,
feelings, more
more
gooiness.
feelings. Yeah. Which is
Um,
so ironic because I'm such an emotional person.
yeah.
Such an emotional is an understatement. I am an incredibly emotional person, and it's kind of ironic that, well, it makes sense because I'm so emotional that I want to understand it so much and control
Mhm.
it that I try to feel it less. But it's like I kind of have to feel
Yeah.
the emotion and lead with the emotion and be the emotion in a way.
Yeah, and I also think what makes sense about that is that, like, well, this is how I feel, so you tell me if this resonates with you, but I'm also an extraordinarily emotional person.
Yeah.
And so I feel like the analysis comes from wanting to create like a sense of safety because I feel like
Yeah.
it wasn't okay that I was an emotional person for so many years of my life,
Mhm.
you know? So does that resonate at all?
Yeah, it's a response.
Yeah.
I think all of this is a response. It's a generational response. Our parents weren't emotional or lived in denial and suppressed everything. And now we're like, oh shit, now I have to feel everything for you, for me, for my grandmother, and everybody. It's too much.
It's
And so now we're having to course correct a bit.
Yeah, I really get that. Well, I really appreciate this. I think one of the things that comes up for me about, wanting to lean into your emotional self a little bit more and just connect to your heart and things like that. I feel like I need to trust more in order to do that sometimes and trust myself, trust like the guidance that I'm getting from the universe, God, whatever. And that's something that I want to do too. I want to feel like I have that trust in certain areas of my life. I really have it, and then in other areas it's like where is it? It's not anywhere to be found. So, I really appreciate that and I think it's so important. Yeah, to talk about that and to know that even the folks that we're looking up to on Instagram and on Substack who are doing incredible work like yourself, are navigating these like very real things. And I wanted to do this series because I just wanted people to know, especially in like the months where things are getting like darker outside, even like it's getting darker earlier and like it's getting
Mm.
colder and all these things. I like I welcome the introversion, but I also really understand that sometimes it can be compounded where you start to isolate in a way where it makes you feel like you're literally the only person going through certain things. And so, yeah, I just didn't want people to feel that way. And I really appreciate that you came back when we did this again. The sound quality is amazing.
Great.
And yeah, I'm so glad that we got this time together. And I just love and appreciate you so much. You've been one of the biggest gifts of my year, our friendship. So I appreciate you so much for being here.
I'm right back at you. Same, same.
Love ya. See you
I love
later,
you.
everyone. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.